Alright guys, Bill here back with more Immortals Fenyx Rising. It is 11:30 in the morning the next day, and we're going to record for a couple hours here. I don't have anything going on until around 3 o'clock, so should be good from this point. Listening to the recap for the last episode of Big Brother Canada as well.
Why was there a woo? It's like, we talk about this all the time, like the diary room
get things
producers
sorted here.
like, hey,
So, what are we doing?
but with more energy. And I feel like Ty was like, alright, this is going to be a really tough decision. And they're like, no, more energy. Like, okay, this is going to be
yeah, I mean, not much stuff. Oh, fuck off. Okay.
Ty, we need more energy. Okay, this is going to be a really tough decision. Woo, woo!
That was something.
Like, oh, okay, we finally got it. Woo, alright.
Sometimes you just gotta let
What are we
out.
doing? Acquired essence of Athena. Shouldn't this be the end of the mission? Oh, no, I'm thinking of the previous mission.
Come on, Taryn, I'm sure you've been there.
Okay, I don't even remember what this mission was.
I do suggest you do it.
Maybe you should do it, Taryn.
Hopefully we're reaching the end of the Athena storyline, though.
It's gotta come natural.
So that means we're around the halfway point in the game, then. At that point.
Push you. So, Mary, you're the DR. Taryn, I did feel the tie. You just gotta push it, Mary.
Taryn, big vote tonight.
I'm super excited. Woo!
This has been a really awkward podcast. Especially the fact that supposedly the reason it was took down last night, because again I was trying to listen to it last night but I couldn't because it was taken down, and the reason for it is because AJ just like randomly says suck a dick in the middle of it to Beth, which is just like really just out of like left field. And yeah, they decided to cut that out, I guess.
It's week 4. What are we doing with the clips here? Like, we've seen them. I mean, I know that they haven't seen them all, but they're on the show. They don't need to watch the show. Wait until there's Final 4. There's nothing else to talk about besides the BB Can Awards. Like, I don't mind the BB Can Awards. It's usually fun to look back, but we don't have to look back in week 4. Like, I don't know.
Listen, did you see those kicks that Austin were doing?
I didn't watch it. I literally looked at my phone the whole time.
Never mind it.
But maybe everybody else did.
It was so riveting, so captivating. It's an Emmy-nominated episode.
I feel like these can be fun sometimes, like to watch them watch themselves, but I felt like the clips you were getting were not good enough, and even the reactions were like very muted, like they weren't that amused.
I liked the one of Kiefer running into the room and flipping all the pillows and looking around. That was probably my favorite one, but I feel like that would have been a really great time to use that like sound effect where it's like you run and he skid and it's like that'd be a good one.
Yeah. I feel like this used to be a better segment like back in the early 2000s when like seeing yourself on video was like a big deal.
Probably, yeah.
Like, oh my, that's us on TV.
Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and check this. I haven't checked my YouTube channel for today. I'm assuming everything has stabilized.
Talk that better, actually, if I've been filming.
Yeah, Survivor Africa video is only not even at 900 views yet, so it's not. So I mean, it's around what I was expecting, but obviously not good in the grand scheme of things.
If you realize that Canada saw you walk out the shower naked.
I think if you're Victorious,
Yeah, views have really stabilized. Yesterday was pretty solid, all things considered. I mean, all things considering, it was still 3,800. That's not too bad. But it looks like today is definitely going to be a more stable
I think
day.
if she was not pleased about that clip, it would, I would hope, not be part of the clip show or any episode.
Yeah, it's like so far I've only been getting around a little bit over 100 an hour, so it's probably back on pace for sub 3,000. We'll see, but not looking great.
Honestly, I
But tomorrow new video comes
out.
out. So
Their contract that like if there's any like nudity involved, like we will double check with you before we air it, like because you know there's no point in not doing that. You know what I mean?
I assume when you go on Big Brother, you sign away your life.
Yeah, I think you sign away everything. I mean, as long as things are being blurred out or covered up or whatever, you give everything to them.
I'm sure, but like, there's no reason to not also just be like, hey, we caught you coming out of the shower.
Well, because what if you're coming out of the shower while you're talking some serious game? And
like they've ever cared in their entire lives about making sure they get the good game clips.
Taryn, tell us how you really feel.
Alright, well, we get down to the vote. Everyone's looking nice. I really like Ty's turtleneck here. Turtleneck and the ripped,
okay,
I was
cool.
liking the look.
I hate the platform in this game. It's so fucking bad.
Yeah, I did.
The fashion.
Well,
I've never heard
guys,
the fashion
come on.
here. But
podcast.
I'm sorry.
We can leave.
Like, I would happily go.
Bye, Tara.
See ya.
They should be there for
Yeah, I mean, really, like,
Do you actually not know?
do you really don't? You really don't know?
No, see that
Is this a
clip.
joke?
That's a good one to have on the soundboard. You can use that. You're gonna use that way more than the woo.
Oh, that was your first mistake right there.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
What were we talking about, Bastion? I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was too distracted. Oh, I
mean,
don't
Kyle
know
went with a
anything about
suit.
Kyle again. People are like, Matt hates Kyle. I mean, but he just.
Well, you do hate Kyle. I mean, it's fine.
He was boring.
Do you think the suit's the way to
Matt,
go?
say it with your chest.
Should you overdress? Like, should you dress up a lot, or should
So
you
I'm trying
act
to find the
cash? Is
guide
it like
here.
a bad omen to dress up too much for the eviction?
I think you go for the suit. If the suit is what you've got, I think you go for the suit. You make it an occasion.
Okay, here.
I don't know.
I think you know it's your last night. You gotta go out big. You gotta be a baller.
That's gonna be like the biggest clip of your
think
entire
you
game
probably
is
would
you
go grab
like
these.
leaving the house, right? And so you want to look your best.
I mean, Kiki from season 7 is literally remembered solely for how she left the house, right? Like, Mary's like, what happened? She was carried out of the house by
Anthony.
Was it Anthony? And then she was handed off to the production handler
Oh,
at the front
okay.
door because her foot was injured.
I do remember that now that you're saying it, but
Wait, what?
yeah,
Oh.
right. I mean,
So we have to have both?
I'm just thinking, like, logistically, like you're gonna
Wait,
go there.
wait,
Maybe not right now,
wait.
but usually there's like all these interviews and things and stuff. It's like I just be uncomfortable, be like sweating in my suit.
So that breaks.
Sometimes you gotta suffer
What's up?
for the look.
No one said fashion was easy, Mary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And well, Adam points out in chat, how's nobody mentioned Arissa's suit yet? Yes, that's like the one fashion note that I can report
She
back
wanted to
on.
match
Arissa,
Kyle.
as always, looked great.
Okay.
But that's just always the case. So it's
Oh, fuck. I didn't realize there was a hole there. Ah, fuck
That's the thing.
off.
You come out, you're Kyle. You're just dressed in an ordinary suit.
I thought it was just like a step.
It's not even. What was Anthony's suit? It was like blue suit, looking fly or
Burgundy.
something.
No.
Burgundy, yeah.
Oh, so you remember that?
I
Dana
remember that
did
because you
this.
said it about 800 times. It was the first part of his memory thing.
Didn't work though.
No.
Everything did not work.
I love Anthony so much. Like, it's like, it's so funny how, like,
From Marissa, she
oh,
said,
fuck, okay.
By a vote of 7-1, I'm sorry, Kyle. You have
How
an
he is,
Big
like,
Brother house,
an
and,
all-time great player, but he's also, like, a
I believe
fantastic
the second
character at the
sorry
same
that
time.
she's thrown in here, and it has me wondering: is she a big fan of
Because I feel
Kyle?
like with Big Brother in
Or
particular, like,
has
it
she
seems like for
now
some reason we don't
got
have that.
to- now
Like
that
with
she's
Survivor,
said
we have
sorry
that. Like, I feel like you have Tony, you have Boston
Toya,
Rob,
does she
Parvati's a
now
good
feel like,
character.
oh,
It's like,
crap,
I feel like
now
most
I
like the
can't not
like
say
all-time
sorry,
great players.
or they'll
Oh
feel
shit!
bad.
How do I do this?
think it's
She said,
Are also great characters. I mean, you do have like a Sarah.
That's true.
Oh fuck! You do have a Sarah Lucina in there. You do have a Kim Spradlin, who aren't most fascinating characters, but still, I mean, like it's.
Sorry. And then it'll be like,
What's different about that sorry that you
Oh, I
just
can
gave us
double
than the
jump
one that we
these?
got tonight?
it's different than I'm sorry.
I thought you were
There's a
gonna
whole
like,
word
Oh,
there.
okay.
I'm
So.
Yeah, there was one fewer R in it, didn't you? Couldn't you tell?
I'm sorry.
I like the idea that someone was in her earpiece and she was like, I'm sorry. Like it wasn't even meant for Kyle.
I'm sorry. Oh, Kyle.
Well, Kyle is going to go up,
Wait, okay.
and as he's leaving, they're going to be like, "What do you really do, Kyle?" Because he claims to be unemployed. So, I mean, Kevin claimed to be unemployed when he was on the season, and it was like, I'm actually a pro poker player. But Kyle was like, I'm really unemployed, guys. Sorry, Austin.
Thankfully, there was a clip of that because I did not hear what they said. I did not know what they said. I was
I
like,
think at that point, you should just lie and go out the door saying that you were something really interesting.
like what? What do you suggest?
Hey, walk out and be like, I was FBI. I don't know, something.
I'm the host
you're
of
like-
Big Brother Outdoors.
You go, actually, this was all one big setup for Undercover Boss. I am the CEO of Global Entertainment, and you all just failed the test. Sorry, season is canceled.
That would have been,
That part's just.
that would have been his biggest move of the game.
well, he's gonna go out to Orisa. They're gonna talk about like showmances and stuff. And then Terra says that he's like a son, and this was all fine. There was actually like genuinely emotional goodbyes that happened earlier in the day that were way better than what we got in this episode. Maybe they'll show them at some point, but this is our send off to Kyle here as he heads into the sunset.
Shit.
At LensRentals.com, photographers rent the right gear for the job 7 days a week. And Lens Rentals chooses FedEx to deliver that equipment right to their doorstep, even on Saturday and Sunday to most residential locations throughout the U.S. Take your best shot with FedEx.
Yes, I don't know. I think Rohan's probably feeling pretty good. I know that's, I know it's best friend walking out of the house, but there was a lot of attention on the two of them.
I forgot I had this
just kind of feel like he has to have a little bit of a relief coming his way now that that is gone. It's obviously a different game for him, and he's still in trouble.
Oh yeah, he knew Valhalla patch is installed.
I feel like there's a little bit of happiness here.
If I know anything about Rohan, he don't know what's best for him. So he probably is happy.
Well, Terra was not. Did we see Terra's goodbye, or not goodbye message, but her votes to evict? Where I mean, I haven't seen somebody so upset to evict someone since Nicole evicted Eden. Like, what was up with this vote?
Oh yeah.
I really loved Kyle.
Kyle. Sorry.
No, what?
It's her son.
I mean, I think she just spent enough time on feeds talking about how she liked him, and then now she's like, oh shoot, I gotta keep with this this image of myself I've put out here.
Wait.
This is one of those relationships where it's obviously not balanced. One person cares a whole lot more than they should, and the other person cares about
Fuck up. Okay, fine.
Tara picked her side like weeks ago, right? She's been like saying, all right, enough, like Ty and Jed gotta go, and she pretends to be nice to them, blah blah blah. Like if she had her way, she would have been riding this game out with Kyle and Ro, or at least with Kyle. So I guess, yeah, and obviously there was a little bit of pushing this week to get Kyle to stay, so like, we saw all of that, or at least heard about how that all went down.
Where
so
am
yeah,
I?
no, I get that she was upset, but I mean, it's week 4, and
Wait,
almost
I'm
a
so
month.
confused. Wait, okay.
Almost a month.
Where'd it come from?
I just feel like I don't see them together as much. It was definitely surprising to see the level of emotion they had. Like, it's not
Yeah,
surprising
okay, now
to
let's
see
do this
people
one.
get emotional when people
Western
leave the
puzzle.
house. Like, that always happens. But I just didn't realize that this connection was as strong as it actually is. Or was. Or maybe ever will be.
Well, that's it for Kyle. That's it for the episode. But we do set up what we talked about earlier in the recap, which is the Invisible HOH. They are going to compete to make this happen. I will say, this competition setup, so they're all lined up with walls in between them, and they're watching rocks fall.
In invisibility cloaks.
Yes, I mean, obviously,
Why can't I jump?
The tricky part to this competition is that that they can't actually see the rocks.
Right.
AJ is just gone. He's just been. I think he needs some help.
I feel I almost started the podcast with an invisibility cloak joke. Invisibility cloak joke. Wow, say that like 2 times. I can't
It's a
even
good
say
thing
it
you
once.
didn't go for it, I guess.
Yeah.
I would have lost AJ at the beginning.
Honestly, the thing I was thinking of was what's this doesn't seem fair, because there's a couple people who are right in front of the rocks.
What?
And there are a couple
How come it allowed me to jump before?
way off to the side. And it's like, well, they have a harder job here.
It's like when you go to like the movie, or when you go to like a show, and you get to like have like the best seat. Like you want the best seat. Like how do they? Obviously, there's like random order to decide like where everybody goes, or was it random order? I don't know.
I don't know.
Just go this one first.
These things around
What am I supposed to be
I guess
doing
that
here?
would have helped them see each other. Maybe they couldn't have made the rock thing bigger. Maybe have it.
Wait, alright.
You know what would have been
In
fun?
the central area, make your way past the chain statues. Continue to reach the next puzzle. In this location, you'll find 3 parallel paths. So these 3, obviously. Each of these paths has a lit torch at the end closest to the statue. Our goal is to light an arrow.
Rocks, right?
Yeah. What are we talking about?
Talking about rocks.
there's some rocks. I still get it. I don't get it. You just click it when the rocks fall. You've got your
Okay, so really, the point of this is just to move the rocks.
I don't see the don't if this.
But why can't I just do
needs
it
to be
right off the
long
bat?
enough that it's difficult, or if it's shorter, then isn't there a huge chance that they could tie?
Oh, like what?
I mean, possibly, but I would imagine they would just keep going until they're not
Yeah,
tied.
I was gonna say, like, do we have any ideas, like, any guesses as to how high the number is gonna go? Like, when are they gonna stop?
I would imagine it'll go for a while.
Did they tell them, like, it's gonna go for X amount of time? Because otherwise it would just be like, oh shoot, this person's closest, let's stop it now.
Yeah, you gotta feel like the longer they go, the more likely it is that people will be, like, split up a little bit. But maybe, yeah, they probably, if they have to, like, if there is a tie and there's, like, 450 rocks on the ground, just,
there is a tie.
Recycle.
Ah, fuck.
If there's a tie and a Jed, then they might have to,
No, I did it again. I'm pushing wrong fucking.
What are we doing?
This is Rob as a podcast. I said that.
I did it again, but it's okay. We'll cover that time.
No, I heard you.
There we go. Got that one.
Welcome to Rob Has a Podcast.
You actually not know?
With me tonight is AJ. How you doing, AJ?
I was doing better an hour ago.
So, oh fuck off! God damn it! So the point of moving the blocks is that we need to get through these circles
This is the competition.
that are immediately behind them.
I don't know how long it will last. Perhaps a while, considering that the feeds apparently are not back yet. And even if they were, we probably wouldn't have much to update you on because we would not be able to tell very quickly who the agent
Fuck
is.
off!
So,
What the fuck?
No spoilers tonight, because there's nothing to spoil. Yeah, that's what we got.
Yeah, I don't believe the
might be
feeds are
able to
back
tell you
even
who
now.
has won the HOH by tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern when I update you on what happened today and tonight on the Big With the Canada 9 feeds. But I also might just have guesses for you. I have no idea what's going to happen.
You gotta feel like there's gonna be some kind of like Zoom happening, not like the Zoom that we're
Like a
on right
Zoom
now.
call,
like,
yeah.
No, like the Zoom, like some kind of like the
Like a meeting about who won the HOH on a Zoom call where they discuss.
that, or I don't know, just some kind of like camera work to like show us. Or,
No, fuck off. Thank you.
do they? Maybe they don't have to do anything. I don't know. Are we not gonna find out until Monday? That's a wild thought.
I mean, if I was operating the cameras on the
Okay,
feeds,
so that should be good, right?
I would be zooming in on.
Or do we still
somebody
need one more?
And then waiting for the internet to be like, oh, the camera just zoomed in. It's gotta be this person. It's gotta be this. And then I would zoom in on someone else. And then I just enjoy it.
This is why I really would love to be on at this time, because I know Taryn's watching.
Oof.
And so the first time I get a second alone, I look at the camera and be like, got that HOH. And then Taryn would be on the live feed and be like, and Mary said she won. And then it would be probably untrue, because counting rock sounds boring.
Next week, Mary gets a 2 in her
Wait, what?
Stockwatch rating.
We're not allowed to put it there?
Well, the problem is that if you try to troll and be like, I won that HOH, but then like while you're doing that, 5 people are discussing which among them won the HOH and how they're putting you on the block, you're gonna look really sad.
It's all just for the joke.
So these spikes are here so that we can't put this there.
Yeah, I feel like in that case, if you're going home, at least you trolled Taryn a
Have
little bit.
fun with it. Like, don't be like Kyle. Have bashful fun. Do some stuff. Troll Taryn.
We can't be that far off from somebody going up Big Brother.
What the fuck? Why can't I jump
Taryn
like
or
that?
any X, live feed account. I don't know. Probably more of a BBUS thing. BB Can people, I always think that they're like, they're definitely big fans, or a lot of them are big fans.
God damn it. Oh yeah, that's something else too. So I just talked about this last night. I got my COVID
Kyle was, like, our
shot.
biggest fan.
My fucking arm is like really fucking
Well,
sore.
this season there were fewer fans than normal, but I would say there's usually more people in Big Brother Canada that are aware of the podcast than Big Brother US.
I have far more faith in Canada than I do in the US.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah. Anyway.
Like, how many TikTok influencers are we going to have in the summer?
They're all
this-
TikTok influencers.
This season is all about TikTok, so I mean, it's not like BB Can is doing anything better to stray away from that. But I mean,
Okay.
overall good cast. So I guess we can
No,
give
are
them
you fucking
that.
serious?
But does anybody watch the TikTok stuff? When are they supposed to do that? Like right
There
after
we
the
go.
episode?
So
Yeah,
that's alright. Okay.
I
I'm not
don't.
gonna open it now, but
I think Puya watches those for us.
Riveting podcast information. information here.
Yeah.
Alright.
Karen, how much longer are we going to be here?
Guys,
I
we're done.
was hoping that
I
we could
tried to
find out
end this like
something.
5 minutes ago.
No, fuck that.
We don't want to stop.
I've got eggs to make.
Oh man. Alright.
You guys to play.
Eggs?
Eggs.
No.
Eggs?
Fuck.
Got a problem with my eggs?
Yeah.
It's almost like... It's late.
It's late night eggs. Who
Fuck.
doesn't like late night eggs?
We
Did say late night
I
eggs?
don't like eggs at
No
all.
one cares anymore. We've been through this. Eggs are gross. Late night eggs is worse somehow.
Oh.
So you gotta
Oh.
You've had this discussion.
No, fuck. I pushed the wrong
We
way.
definitely had this discussion before.
Alright, this is...
To send the road show out the
We're done.
dodo.
We're sending this podcast out the dodo. Thank you guys for joining us. I appreciate all of the lovely people
There we go.
Could I
who
have
were in
made
the
a
chat.
mistake?
Yeah, I knew he didn't mean
No.
us.
It is the others who are wrong.
I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll be live tomorrow with Puya. Talk about what happened tonight as if the feeds do come back.
You can update Matt on all the TikTok info.
Yes,
I need
Wait.
to know.
our
I need
TikTok
to know.
correspondent Puya. Then yeah, we'll have some fun. You can also find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/TarynArmstrong.
So that one
we have some fun on
can't
there.
be
Playing
there.
Fall Guys, talking about feeds, doing all sorts of fun stuff, playing Among Us. There was a fun video that somebody made of one of the Among Us games. That was very funny. So check all of that out. AJ, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter at the Kid Norris.
There you go.
Short.
Mary, how about you?
You can find me everywhere at Frail Mary, and you can check out my podcast on Kowski Cast, where we got Riverdale weekly updates with Kirsten McInnes. Matt, what about you?
Thank you, Mary. You can find me on Twitter at Matt LaGordy.
Shit.
Check out Amon and I podcasting over on the Choir Room, or Ryan Scally and I podcasting over on the Dom and Colin podcast, all about the challenge. So that's that. Taryn, what about you?
Very excited. Very excited. Tomorrow, I'm also going to be, not tomorrow, but Saturday, I'm also going to be with Puya to talk about the Circle UK, so make sure you check that out. It's been a lot of fun running through the Circle this season.
So this part is definitely good.
Interesting stuff going on. There's blue Terrans, there's orange
That we need
Terrans,
to probably
there's assassins,
switch
it's all over the
up.
place. So make sure you tune into the Circle
How
coverage that
do
we
you
have.
switch it up, though?
Thank you guys so much again for joining us here tonight on this Eviction Night recap, Big Brother Canada 9. I hope you all have a wonderfully invisible night.
These what
and
bats?
I'll see you next time.
Oh, I think I know what we need to do. Okay, let's put this back here for a second. Okay, so that's it for that podcast. Now let's listen to the live feed update, which I'm assuming is going to be very short, because there was nothing to talk about. It was 8 minutes, so yeah. It's literally 8 minutes. That's funny. Okay,
Catch
so
Fortnite highlights with your screen locked.
No,
Try
game.
YouTube Premium on us and cheer uninterrupted.
no. Okay, didn't realize that. Well, that's me being an idiot.
Hello everyone and good morning. Welcome to our live feed update for March something or other, probably 26th. I'm your host, Grogu, and I am here today to talk to you about all of the invisible live feeds from yesterday. With me today is Orwell. How you doing, Orwell?
I'm doing very well. I'm very excited. There's a lot to break down, and I'm just very keen. I'm very keen to be here. I dolled myself up for this appearance, and I'm very excited for this.
I know. I feel like I usually don't see you in Canada. I also haven't seen you in the U.S. for a little while, but that's okay.
Yeah, you know, I'm a bit of a night owl. I like to stay up late and indulge in late night activities.
So
Not
dumb.
around during the day, but I made an exception for today.
Yes, well,
Can I
we
get
are
through
here
this?
to talk to you
Oh,
about
fuck.
everything that happened yesterday on
Oh, what?
Big Brother Canada.
Oh, they just didn't
live
restart until
feeds.
now. Okay,
The
fine.
problem is, there's an invisible twist, and the feeds were invisible yesterday. yesterday, and they have not uninvisibled themselves yet, which means that we don't have a lot to talk about here today.
No, damn it.
That is right. I do come bearing gifts. I have a excerpt from a legend in the scenes who was very excited and wanted to talk about these things today. I will play this clip for you.
Fuck.
We're gonna have to try and figure out, unless they talk to the cameras, unless they talk to the cameras, we're gonna have to figure out just as much as that's actually.
Why is that breaking it?
I hope they don't tell us.
Are you sure? Yeah. So, let me replay.
Why? Oh, because spikes. That's fucking dumb.
I hope they don't tell us.
They took that to heart, and they definitely did not tell us anything.
What an idiot that guy is. Who would listen to that guy on a podcast?
What a mystery.
Okay, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Now it's this one.
So, yeah, guys, seriously though, there's nothing to say. The feeds were down all night. They have not come back up yet. There was basically nothing prior to the episode, just people saying their goodbyes. Yeah, this is our update.
It really is, and this isn't a bit. There genuinely isn't anything. Everything that could have been talked about, you've watched on the episode last night, and we've already.
Let's try this.
The stuff that happened on TikTok. It was the most dull of the 4 interviews. There wasn't much being said there, so there's not even like interesting stuff, and there's no speculation because we do not know how this week's gonna go. We're literally in the dark. Call it the John Cena week because we're all invisible and can't be seen.
Okay, so we can do it.
I think the best that we can do is to try to use our owl wisdom and force wisdom.
No, I pushed the wrong way at the end. Damn it.
When the feeds will come up.
Yes, let's do that. So I'm not very familiar with your work,
shit.
baby, but I will take your lead on it first, and I will speak second as the owl here.
My proper title is Grogu. People are always calling me Baby Yoda. I'm not even any. Yoda has nothing to do with me.
Why are there no sound effects?
Gaga or just Grogu?
All right, now we're just getting offensive. I'm actually 80 years old, or something.
You've aged well. I'll tell you this, Grogu. You've aged very well.
Wait, so what'd that even unlock?
All right, well, I definitely fear that the dark side of the Force may be preventing the feeds from coming back up until the next episode.
I think we're in for a dry weekend, but you know what, Grogu? I think this is a good indicator for the person our roommate, Taron Armstrong, maybe can get some sleeps in. That could be a good time for him. So maybe he can rejoice while this dry spell definitely does continue. And can I just say a bit of commentary? It is wild that because the fans of this show are quite frankly the most passionate fans of any show, and to not even give them a tweet of like, hey, we're not going to be here till Monday, so don't sit at your computer till 2 in the morning. Hey, Puya, don't drink a whole coffee at 11:30 thinking you're going to get feeds. Don't do that. That's a dumb mistake. You're not going to get anything. So
that's the first puzzle. So do we have to do all 3?
I would pin it on. We'll see the feeds.
Fuck, this is a long mission then.
The episode at 10 p.m.
If there are 3 parts, just that first fucking thing.
Figures that there's a twist that I'm like, ooh, let's see how this could play out, and then this is how it plays out. I should have known with the invisible title, I guess.
Wait, what? Wait, is there another?
Are we the fools for not thinking that part through? Are we the fools for really being like, okay, maybe they'll let us do some detective work? You know, we've been quite a few people we know have been playing Among Us for a long time. Maybe they can use their detective work there to put it to the ultimate test, figure out who is the HOH in this invisible week. But no, they really wanted everyone to be invisible. They put a whole invisibility cloak on everybody.
Yeah. Well,
are we not done with this yet?
You can find
I didn't see that.
Guy who's clearly an idiot on Twitch. Twitch.tv/.
Wait, so what do I want that to be?
He'll probably be doing something dumb, like playing Among Us or Fall Guys. That one today. Maybe he'll be playing with Booyah, that other person that likes to do podcasts on Fridays.
Yeah, that dummy who the coffee ingesting dummy, late night coffee guy, he will also be on that Twitch platform that you're mentioning, Grogu, twitch.tv/Puyaism, and he will also be indulging in dumb games and hanging out with his chat at 11 p.m. Eastern. But enough about that. He also, Puya, I found out, reports coming in, Puya made a coffee right before this update because, again, he's a dummy, he's an idiot.
Wait, how do we move this?
us now, because that needs that kind of extreme energy.
Yes. Well, then make
Why
sure
can't I move
you
these?
find Puya on all the platforms.
It's all of them, right?
Tomorrow,
There's 3.
there's going to be a Circle podcast where people will be impersonating other people. Well, that's a terrible thing for anybody to do.
Oh, why can't I push it this way?
Definitely not. That definitely would have been played out and not great. But yeah, I think The Circle is a show that is doing well and has a lot of fans, and they are very much enjoying covering it, and they will be back to talk about that as well at some point.
Yes, 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, the Circle coverage. We'll talk about this week on The Circle, which luckily is not an invisible
Only 2 more?
And,
Your father
we have
and
stuff to
mother
talk about.
wanted
Yeah, I did see that for guy now boss battle.
a simple safe life for the fun, providing for the family. Instead, you're going to die on the
Tomorrow
line.
morning, that Terry guy will be back to recap everything that's happened today on the Big Brother Canada 9 feeds. So tune in to see if we've been able to figure out how to see things that are invisible. And if there's actually anything to talk about.
And if there isn't, it'll be clear and sweet, just like this update was today.
So are we really gonna have to fight this 4
On
times?
screen once more.
Yes, alright. Well, thank you everyone for joining us, Grogu and Orwell. If you have not been watching the video, you are probably incredibly confused about what has been going on all day long. But hopefully you stuck in your confusion until the very end, because otherwise you will not know. I mean, hopefully once you start the podcast, you'll be like, maybe I should check out the video to see what's going on.
Yeah, it's a lot going on the screen, a lot more action than there was on feeds, a lot more action than there's been anywhere else. This is where you want to be on the video feed for this one, for sure.
Alright, well, thank you guys for joining us today, even though there was nothing to talk about, but we'll see you all tomorrow.
So that was something.
You love shopping. You love rewards. Make earning rewards happen. Next time you shop, earn cash back at your...
Fuck, I can't believe we're still doing this mission. Alright, I guess we'll go to this one. I guess we'll end here. I guess that's the move. So, yeah, next episode, continue on. For now, thank you for watching.